Imagine you had a crystal ball, one that could show you what customers in a niche market will want tomorrow. This is where big profits and big risks hide. Predictive analytics is that crystal ball. It uses data, not magic, to make educated guesses about the future. Now, even small businesses can harness this power. Predictive analytics provides a roadmap, guiding you toward profitable opportunities and away from costly mistakes. It's your strategic advantage in a crowded marketplace. Where do new trends begin? They often start as whispers in online communities: Reddit, TikTok, Pinterest. These platforms are massive, real-time focus groups where people share passions and problems. The sheer volume is overwhelming, but AI steps in. AI tools scan posts, track keywords, and spot rising trends. They turn internet noise into clear, actionable signals, helping you spot what's next before everyone else. Spotting a trend is just the beginning for dropshipping success. In dropshipping, a trending product or hashtag doesn't guarantee sales. You need to go deeper, beyond surface-level analytics and basic software tools. Advanced predictive analytics means connecting online signals to real-world buying behavior. It's about using data to forecast demand, not just track it. Start by segmenting your audience. Identify micro-niches within your market and analyze their unique behaviors and pain points. Go beyond keyword tools. Cross-reference search trends with purchase data from e-commerce platforms to spot patterns others miss. If your AI flags a trend like mushroom coffee, don't just check search volume. Analyze where those searches are coming from and whether those regions align with your shipping capabilities. Map demand geographically. Are your target customers in countries you can serve efficiently? Are they searching for benefits, reviews, or specific brands? Look for intent signals, like searches for best or reviews, which indicate buyers are moving from curiosity to consideration. Track conversion actions, not just clicks. Are people adding products to carts, signing up for alerts, or engaging with your content? Dive into e-commerce marketplace data. Analyze not just what's selling, but why. Look for gaps in reviews, underserved features, or recurring complaints. Use sales volume as a baseline, but focus on qualitative insights from customer feedback to identify opportunities for differentiation. Products with high demand but poor reviews are prime targets. Analyze the root causes: packaging, shipping times, or missing features. Turn negative feedback into actionable improvements. This is where predictive analytics meets real-world application. For example, if packaging is a recurring issue, test new solutions and monitor how changes impact customer sentiment and repeat purchase rates. Don't just rely on software dashboards. Engage directly with your audience, run micro-experiments, launch surveys, and test offers in real time. Build simple landing pages and run A/B tests to measure real purchase intent, not just interest. Use targeted ads to validate your assumptions, but focus on the data behind the clicks: who's engaging, and why. Track the full funnel, from ad impressions to clicks to signups to actual sales. This holistic view is where predictive analytics shines. Use these insights to refine your product, messaging, and targeting, constantly iterating based on real-world feedback. In dropshipping, predictive analytics is more than just software. It's a mindset, combining data, experimentation, and action to unlock niche market success. Once you have data from multiple sources, how do you make sense of it all? You might have positive signals from Reddit, but mixed results from your ad campaign. This is where a cross-validation matrix becomes invaluable. Think of it as a scorecard for your business idea. It is a simple but powerful tool for organizing your evidence. It helps you make a rational, data-driven decision instead of an emotional one. The matrix forces you to look at the complete picture, weighing both the positive and negative signals before you commit significant resources. To create a matrix, you list your validation sources along one axis. These could include Reddit sentiment, Google search volume, competitor sales on Amazon, and ad campaign click-through rate. Along the other axis, you create a scoring system. This could be simple, like low, medium, and high, or you could use a numerical scale from 1 to 5. The key is to be consistent. For each validation source, you assign a score based on the data you have collected. Be honest and objective in your assessment. This is not the time for wishful thinking. For example, let's return to our mushroom coffee idea. The Reddit sentiment might score a high because discussions are overwhelmingly positive and growing. Google search volume might be medium, showing steady growth but not yet a massive spike. Competitor sales on Amazon could be high, indicating a proven market. However, your ad campaign click-through rate might score low. This matrix immediately highlights a potential problem. People are interested in the idea, but your specific advert or landing page is not resonating with them. It does not mean the idea is bad, but it shows your marketing message needs work. The power of the cross-validation matrix is its clarity. It turns a complex decision into a visual summary. You can see at a glance where the strengths and weaknesses of your idea lie. You can set rules for yourself. For example, you might decide not to proceed unless you have at least 2 high scores and no low scores. This disciplined approach prevents you from falling in love with a bad idea. It is your compass, ensuring that every step you take is guided by a comprehensive view of the available evidence. It is a cornerstone of using predictive analytics effectively in the real world. A false positive is, honestly, the boogeyman of predictive analytics. It's when your data tells you a trend is a golden opportunity, but, well, it turns out to be a mirage. You invest time and money, only to find that nobody buys your product. This can be, devastating for a small business. A false positive can happen for many reasons. The trend might be real but fleeting, like a short-lived internet meme, or the demand might be for information, not for a product. Fortunately, there are specific safeguards you can put in place to protect yourself from these ghosts in the data. The first safeguard is a thorough trademark and intellectual property check. This seems basic, but it is often overlooked in the excitement of a new trend. Imagine you discover a rising demand for products featuring a cute cartoon character you saw on TikTok. You invest in manufacturing, only to receive a cease and desist letter from a large media company that owns the character. Your entire investment is lost. Always use official trademark databases to check names, logos, and key phrases associated with your product idea. This simple step can save you from catastrophic legal and financial problems down the line. Another crucial safeguard is to look for saturation indicators. A market can become crowded very quickly. Check the number of new sellers entering the market. Are a lot of new Amazon listings for mushroom coffee popping up every week? Look at the advertising costs. Are the costs to advertise for your keywords on Google increasing rapidly? This is a sign of growing competition. If you are late to the party, your profit margins will be squeezed. Your goal is to find a niche that is growing but not yet saturated. You want to ride the wave, not be crushed by it. Finally, you must look for what data scientists call orthogonal data. This just means looking for evidence in unexpected places that confirms your hypothesis. If you see a trend in online data, does it show up in the offline world? For example, are magazines starting to write about it? Are influencers who are not in your direct niche beginning to mention it? Are there any official industry reports that mention the trend? When different independent sources of information all point in the same direction, your confidence in the trend should increase significantly. This triangulation of evidence is, honestly, a powerful defense against false positives. Finding a great product idea is only half the battle. You also need a reliable partner to make or supply that product for you. A bad supplier can destroy your business before it even starts. They might deliver poor quality goods, miss deadlines, or suddenly increase their prices. These problems can ruin your reputation and your finances. This is another area where a predictive, data-driven approach is essential. You need to predict the risk of a partnership failing. You can do this by creating a supplier scorecard. It is a systematic way to evaluate and monitor your suppliers. Your scorecard should include key operational data points. First, look at their communication. How quickly and clearly do they respond to your emails and questions? A supplier who is slow to respond before you have given them money is likely to be even slower after. Score them on their response time and the quality of their answers. Second, evaluate their production capacity and lead times. Ask for specific, verifiable information. Do they have certifications like ISO 9001? Can they provide references from other customers? Do not just take their word for it. Verify everything. These are predictors of their professionalism and reliability. Next, you need to assess their financial stability. This can be difficult, but it's not impossible. You can use business credit checking services. You can also look for subtle clues. Do they ask for an unusually large upfront payment? A financially stable supplier will have better payment terms. A supplier who is desperate for cash might be in financial trouble. This is a major red flag. They could go out of business, leaving you with no product and no refund. Your scorecard should have a section dedicated to financial risk. even if the data is harder to find. The most important part of the scorecard is quality control. Before placing a large order, you must always get a sample. But do not just look at the sample, test it rigorously. If it is a piece of clothing, wash it multiple times. If it is an electronic gadget, use it every day for a week. Document every flaw. This sample is a predictor of the quality of your bulk order. Your scorecard should rate the sample quality across different criteria. By using this systematic approach, you move from hoping you have a good supplier to predicting their performance based on concrete evidence. This reduces one of the biggest risks in any product-based business. Your business is a chain. It is only as strong as its weakest link. For many niche businesses, the supply chain is that link. It is the sequence of steps that gets your product from the factory to your customer's doorstep. What happens if one of those links breaks? What if your main supplier has a factory fire? What if a shipping port closes due to a strike? These events might seem unlikely, but they happen. A business that is not prepared can be wiped out overnight. Stress testing is the process of predicting these failures and planning for them in advance. The first step in stress testing is to map out every single step of your supply chain. Be incredibly detailed. Who is your supplier? Who is their supplier of raw materials? Which shipping company do you use? Which port does the shipment arrive at? Which local courier delivers the final package? For each step, ask the question, what could go wrong here? Create a list of potential failure points. This exercise alone is incredibly valuable. It forces you to understand the complex system your business relies on. You cannot predict the failure of a part you do not know exists. Next, for each potential failure point, you need to estimate two things: the likelihood of it happening and the impact it would have on your business. For example, a 2-day delay from your local courier might be highly likely but have a low impact. You can manage customer expectations. However, your single-source supplier going bankrupt is low likelihood but has a catastrophic impact. Your business would stop. By scoring each risk in this way, you can prioritize your efforts. You should focus on mitigating the high-impact risks first, even if they seem unlikely. Finally, you must develop contingency plans for your highest priority risks. This is the core of stress testing. For the risk of your main supplier failing, the plan could be to identify and vet 2 backup suppliers. You might even place a small order with a backup supplier just to establish a relationship. For the risk of shipping delays, the plan could be to hold more inventory in your local warehouse. This is called safety stock. These plans will cost you some money and time to set up, but they are a form of insurance. They allow your business to survive shocks that would destroy your unprepared competitors. Your niche business is a success. Orders are coming in fast. This is a great problem to have, but it's still a challenge. Scaling is risky. Many businesses collapse under their own success. The key? Use predictive, data-driven tools to manage inventory, cash flow, and customer value. Smart scaling means growing profitably and sustainably, not just quickly. Build a strong team and maintain your culture. Grow with confidence. Let data guide your next steps. Off-the-shelf AI tools are a great place to start. They help spot trends and analyze data. But as your business grows, your needs become unique. Your market, customers, and supply chain all have their own patterns and risks. The real advantage comes from building custom AI models trained on your own data. These models uncover deep patterns invisible to the human eye. Start collecting your business data now. Become a master of it, and shape your future with custom AI. If you found these insights valuable, don't forget to subscribe and share this video. For even more tips on predictive analytics in niche markets, visit our website. Link in the description below.